my focus of course is on human flourishing. One of the things that I know that Mother Nature knows and exhibits is a no resistance to the seasons.
Yeah.
And what I see in business, by contrast, is a resistance to the seasons that are cyclic. And we must pay attention to them.
Yeah.
For example, Mother Nature gracefully lets go in winter, in autumn of the leaves, and then still is flourishing in winter because the seeds are germinating in the earth. But it's a graceful letting go, and the resilience is built out of the grace and the resilience.
Yeah.
In corporate, by contrast, the corporate just wants continual springs and summers.
Yeah, and always growing.
And always growing and always expanding. So I don't know that we're ever really going to change that notion of always growing. But what I'm wondering is what we can do to offer the corporates, the companies, the businesses that do want to grow, to be more open to this notion of seasons, that we need a winter in order to have a spring. So
now I think business have to be challenged, and this idea of linear growth, they're always growing, economic growth or whatever, getting bigger and bigger and bigger on a linear fashion. I think that is not sustainable ecologically or humanely. Therefore, we need to think of a cycle. When we talk about seasons have a cycle.
Exactly.
So winter and followed by spring, followed by summer, followed by autumn, and then winter again, and then spring again. So this cyclical way of nature also need to be in business. And business needs to be not linear growth, but more a cycle of life, cycle of time, cycle of business. And if you go in cyclical way, then economy will be cyclical, not economic growth in a linear way, but cyclical, by which, as in nature, there is no waste, there is no pollution. In your business, there will be no waste and no pollution. Business will be self-sustaining, self-managing, self-correcting, self-healing. And you grow in quality, not in quantity. You grow in giving your customers the better and better service. You make sure that all your staff, all your workers, all your colleagues, all your members of your business, they are all getting happier and joyful. So grow in quality rather than quantity, because quantitative growth can lead you to waste. Because if you have produced more than you can consume, and then you fill your cupboards with clothes and wardrobes with clothes and fridges with your food, and because you have to buy. If you don't buy, then business will go bankrupt or stop. And so this kind of consumerist economic growth and business growth cannot be sustained for a long time. And we need a corporate model of economy and a business model of economy such that economy can last not for 50 years or 100 years or 500 years, but for 5 million years or longer, forever. If you want economy which go forever and ever and ever, then you have to have a recycling and cyclical. So if you finish your oil, then what will happen? If you finish your coal, then what will happen? If you finish all the rainforests are gone, then what will happen? If you fish oceans in such a way that there's so much waste of fishing, what will happen? So we must not bring an end to our natural resources. In fact, we should not consider nature as a resource for the economy. We should consider nature as a source of life. Yes. And life should rule over economy. Economy does not mean finance. Economy does not mean money. Economy does not mean fiscal management. Economy is the management of the ecosphere. An ecosphere is a whole planet. The planet is our home. Ecos, the Greek word, means home. And nomos means management. So economy is the management of planet home, and management should be such that no resources are exhausted and depleted and polluted. So corporate world needs to reevaluate its values and see how they can create economy which is truly economy and not just finance and money and a profit, but economy in its true sense. And then it should work with ecology, because ecology means knowledge of the planet whole. Logos means knowledge. So you need to know how all the species fit together. You need to know how rainforests and oceans and rivers and soil and everything work together, and climate, how they fit together. If you don't know your home, how are you going to manage it? At the moment, all the economists study economy and not ecology. So ecology and economy studying together means you know what you are managing. Because if you manage something which you don't know, you will make a mess.
Yes, absolutely, like we do. And women manage their homes every day, and women manage their children's diets, and the metaphors and the analogies are very correlated.
Yeah, yeah.
Beautiful.